Alright, what's up agents? Afflicted Gamer here and welcome back to The Division 2. So this whole time that I was recording, collecting all 40 presents, my mic was by a millimeter unplugged. I was trying to explain certain areas to give you a more in-depth and descriptive area of where I was aside from just pulling it up on the map. So I'm very sorry. Now I'm going to have to do a voiceover on some of these. But you'll see the locations in the background. And first off, huge shout out to the Division Secrets for finding all of these presents. This video took an extremely long time to make, cutting, pasting, getting to each of the different locations. So if you could kindly hit the like button, it would mean a lot to me and it will help others see this as well. It's a bit of a longer video, I know, but I try to show you more of the general areas that I'm in versus just, okay, here it is on the map, now search for it. So hopefully this helps. All right, let's move on to the next one. Downtown East, right near the control point. When you're running up the road, look to the right side of the building, and there's your present. Now, I will say one of the upsides to doing this is the Krampus Sloth hit squad, kill squad, whatever you want to call them. They will spawn a lot. And in this video, I had my companion with me. We were getting attacked constantly. I mean, constantly. So for this location here, this is from the street view. When you walk in, this really does blend in with the tent since the presents are dark green, but there you have it. But yes, in terms of the rest of the video, I really do hope that this helps by me kind of showing you the surrounding areas and, zooming in and out of the map. I know not everyone is as familiar with the map as myself, or even some of the other guys up there. Other thing I do want to mention is that places like this where I had a propaganda, you might just see water or components, things of that nature. As you see, we are very close to water right here, but there was also somebody else nearby. So just be mindful of that. Lastly, for the very last one, when you do get to number 40, you have to have completed the contaminated zone. If you have, then just simply run through it. There's no enemies or anything like that, and it's on the roof. You'll see it once we get there. So, but I guess I really don't need to say anything else. This location here, I jumped down just to kind of show you a little bit of my surrounding area because I was searching for this present for a couple of minutes. But yeah, it's up here with the chairs. Some of these were, again, despite how well I know the map, I was still struggling finding them, just kind of reading off of a description like, okay, hey, they're in this location here. So, yeah. Again, I know the video is a little bit longer probably than some that are out there, but I can't stress enough how important it is to show some players like, hey, like this is the area that you're in. This is kind of a way to find the most direct route to the present. And a lot of these were near statues and things of that nature. I did notice that. So, but I can't stress it enough. I really hope that this was helpful because it took so much time to put together, and the fact that my voice isn't included and I have to add this extra little bit of talking on top of it, it's so unfortunate because I had everything. I knew what I wanted to say in the moment to explain where I was and things of that nature. So But yeah, I'm going to leave you with the rest of the presents until we get to the very last one. And also, the reason why you want to do this is there is a special commendation that's tied to this event, tied to finding the specific 40 presents scattered around the map. Spoiler. You don't want to know the spoiler. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's an arm patch. It's a pretty cool arm patch, I won't lie. But yeah, that's what you get. You get a commendation and you get a pretty cool looking arm patch, which I do show you at the end of the video. So, and look at that, I got an exotic. Too bad it's one that I didn't need. The other thing, make sure you have some room in your backpack because all the Krampus sloth, all the enemies you'll be running into, you're going to need to make some space. So, okay, I'm going to let this play out and I will catch you guys at the end of the video.
Friendly control point detected.
Start enjoying the little time you have left on this world. There are plenty of hidden pleasures on offer. The hyenas can show you where to find.
Someone watch me while I...
So these two were actually side by side. I could have actually just ran from one to the next. My apologies. South of the White House, you know, the big Christmas tree where the little teddy bears in. That's where the first one is. I shoot it here. And then in a moment, I pull up the map. But if you were to actually just run straight in front of where my medic companion is, that's the way to the next one. But you're going to see that here in just a moment. I skip ahead to it. I'm realizing, oh, that was literally feet away. So I turn around just to kind of show you, like, oh, hey, look, here's, first of all, here's the present. And if I was to turn around and just walk a few feet, you could see the Christmas tree in the background. That's how close these two gifts actually were to each other. So, yeah, thought I would just let you know that. Alright, this one here, just north of DCD Headquarters. The reason why I'm adding the audio is depending on which angle you run up to this statue from, you might have to walk around it to find the present. You see the huge, big white house or building behind you. There's the gift. And then what I did was I went kind of to show you that how there's the construction crane and just the general area around the map, because not everyone is familiar with these locations, or you just might not have been to them in a very long time. So I felt, yet again, like I mentioned before, just showing the general area around where the gifts are can be helpful for those that aren't as familiar, or like myself, like it took me a minute to run around this and first spot it again, because it seemed like it got dark quite a bit when I was making this video. So I try to pull out the flashlight to show you where the gift is and some of the surrounding area around that. So now this one is south of the DCD headquarters. You see the big crane here. Just run up to it. Like, it literally blends in. Hidden in plain sight. So if you turn around, you can see more of the construction area. These are all things that I was saying, not knowing my mic was unplugged. I feel so silly. Alright, these down here in West Potomac Park are all kind of surrounding, or near the water and control points. First one is on this bench with this poor dead couple right here. And I went to pick up the item, but yeah, ended up opening up the loot box. Then from here, just run down towards the lake and you'll find the next one. I do cut out the running here because this video was way longer than I thought it was going to be. But like, I'm sorry to sound like a broken record, but I wanted to be thorough. Looking for the broken down trees and the water, and then the one that has the present also has a little backpack beside it. So there you have it. This one is kind of like the tidal basin actually does activate when you get near this building. And then when you turn around, there it is right on top of, I believe that is a chimney. But yeah, after you're done this one and you go to turn around and head towards the next one, which is south of the Washington Monument, I kept running into a invisible wall. So you might have to do a little bit of walking around to get to this area here. And then once you see the sign for the theater, well, you saw me shoot the president in the background. And some of these here, where water is, it's a static spawn in the East Mall, just north of the sinkhole. These are pretty straightforward to find. And then again, if it's you see a Christmas tree or something like that, that's a huge indicator that you're looking in the right area. So, but yeah, you guys should be okay from here until we get to the very end where I kind of say my goodbye. Oh, sorry. And earlier you saw I was pointing that, hey, I'm in between two classified assignments, or I'm in between a safe zone or something of that nature. Like this one here is by a carousel. If you look for the blue horse during the daytime, it's right beside that. It's the nighttime, so it's a little hard to see. I was trying to point my flashlight at it. But yeah, when you see me scrolling between the two areas and then me in the middle, it's just going to give you, again, more context for those that may need it. I was trying to be as helpful as I could. And one earlier where I was attacked and it was longer. You may have seen me shoot the president right away and have been good and thought, okay, why are you leaving this in? I didn't get a chance to pick it up because, as you saw, I was being attacked. This was a few presidents back now, but yeah, just trying to be as thorough as I can. I'm sorry to sound like a broken record. And then here my medic actually went down. I'm not sure why I kept this in. Now that I'm going back through the footage and adding in audio, but I just thought it was, I don't know, I guess funny at the time that he actually went down. I don't know. I don't know. All right, by the No Hope Hotel. If you don't want to aggro the control point, just be sneaky, and it's in the back of this truck right here. You can do that without alerting everyone. So next up by Space Admin, you actually have to go into this little building. This is the street view. Just walk in, bank a left, by the Christmas tree is your next present. There you go. And we're getting near the end. Now moving up towards the campus, and then in between these two buildings here is the next gift. Just look for this sign right here that says Wake Up USA, and it is right there on the ground. Krampuslav might attack you here like they did me on top of these other enemies, so just a heads up. They will spawn randomly through all of these locations. And actually, in terms of that video, thank you guys so much for the support on it. If you don't mind dropping a like, there's like 1.5k likes on it at the moment, or sorry, views on it at the moment, like 29 likes. If we could try to hit like 50 or something, that would be really, really cool. I did find more spawn locations after the fact. Control points. They seem to spawn near a lot of control points, which I did not expect. I found them at all three of the main locations. They seem to be on a bit of a timer unless you start to run around in the open world. Say you kill one out front of Jefferson Trade Center and then decide to go to a control point and take one down. By the time you're done that, another one should roughly spawn within a minute or so, if not during the takeover of the control point. So that was another thing that I learned after making the video, so I might add a pinned comment to it. So, and look at that, the Hollow Man. All kinds of named items are dropping. Alright, this one was really unfortunate. There's always a territory control right here. I tried to be sneaky to run up to this little tent area. I shot the president, and the baton chick beat the holy crap out of me. And before my medic could even bother to pick me up, um, her baton smacked me again. But again, it's under the tent, right in front of the statue. I can't believe I died. Moving on.
Access key detected.
Alright, and for the 40th present, you need to have completed the slaughterhouse contaminated zone. If you have completed it, all you need to do is simply run through it, get to the rooftop, and there is your final present. You will see a ladder on the side of the building, which is what I was talking about with my mic unplugged right here. But where I'm standing, you cannot make that jump. So sadly, you do have to run through the contaminated zone, hop in and out of the windows, like the one right behind me. Like you go in one window to go up it, then go down the ladders, hop through that one. You know, if you've done it, you know. But if you've never completed it before, it's worth it. There are some cell phones to collect in there, which will give you some XP, and it's another commendation marked off your map. So there you go. Collecting all 40 of the presents will give you that Krampus arm patch and commendation that is specifically tied to the winter event. Sorry for the longer video, but I wanted to be as thorough as I could, and like I said, I was talking the whole time to give as much context to the locations as I could for newer players, so again, I'm very sorry for that. So again, huge shout out and thank you to the Division Secrets, and if you could, again, kindly do me a favor, hit like on the video for the time and effort it took to put this together, consider subscribing for more Division 2 content. Happy holidays, agents. Links for Twitter, Discord, all the good stuff are down in the description, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. Until then, take care. Once again, happy holidays.